Hello, hi friends, hi everybody. My name is Linda. I am sensitive, I am creative, I am a healer, I am gay, I am part of a long history here in Los Angeles of supporters of the movement and the strides we have taken to be accepted, to be loved and cared about, that we are free and we are free in the liberty in which Christ has set us free. I believe that Jesus is a great alchemist, does not care about what path you're on, that the path of love, that we are here as all creations of God, and we are not under the law of sin. Sin is in. That's my belief system. Sin is to be left isolated, alone, that you need something outside yourself to tell you who you are. You know, that mind control, the mental illness and insanity of someone on stage talking at you for hours. Just nah. I mean, what? That is so Hollywood. Idolatry in its finest. Well, I'm not against Hollywood. God bless them. Let them make some money. Many times I have nothing to do. It's great to see a great performance from an actor. I do not want to make that my life. I don't want to just work and go home and sit there. I believe that we are all here for a grand purpose, and that when we focus on our purpose, we are better people. We are better friends. We are better lovers. I do not think God is sitting there and judging us because of who's giving us orgasms and who's not. We are all God's creations. I am not a hater of anybody. If I do have a critical mind, I know who that is. That's the spirit of self-righteousness. That's the fear within me, something unconscious from the mortal self. It's not me. It's the carnal self. It's the law of sin and death. It's what I believe that God came as man to separate us from and say, hey, listen, you don't have to live like a religious zealot. You don't have to live outside yourself. You can have new revelation and new creation and new. We don't have to follow the path, you know, of someone else. Just because they invent something doesn't mean I have to go and follow it. Just because they have all the money doesn't mean I have to go purchase from them. I have free will. I have the Christ of liberty. But I believe whatever you believe is your way, as long as your connection, your light, who you truly are, your sincerity is coming to me, and my sincerity is coming to you. I do believe in miracles. I do believe that we are healed, that we are whole and complete, that we are healed. We have nothing outside ourselves. But sometimes we have to remove what was said outside ourselves. I'm a firm believer in using all the gifts of the Spirit. I took, as a child, I have a strange story. Oh my God, Valley Girl Exorcist. It's a long story. Oh my God. And I was very angry how much money they took from me. I could have been richer than Paris Hilton plus infinity. Add a couple Elon Musk. It's a long story. I was pissed. I'm not angry anymore. That is gone. I do not want revenge on the Fundamentalist Christian Church. I do not want revenge on the mega church men. I do not, the Joel Osteens and all the guys sitting there with their jets. And you know what? I am here to speak to the people in the pews. And it's time that we leave. It's time. There's nothing to get outside yourself. It's time to leave. If you go to church today, they're sprouting the same old hell and brimstone underneath it all. You know what? I've been to hell. And it's a consciousness. that there is a hell. Jesus took the keys to hell and he destroyed it. And I believe the church keeps bringing it back. It's time to leave. And it's time to get up, learn what is healing, that you are healed and you need to step out and you need to claim your healing. You need to walk into that thing. If you cannot walk, it's time to run. If you cannot eat peas, eat the whole bag of peas. Don't just eat one or two. You have a right to enforce your grace. Dr. Juliana Taylor has a book of how she overcame lupus. Dr. Sarno, who passed away, one of the greatest doctors out there, who read his book. Gabor Mate, he's a genius in let's look at the root. I'm a deliverance minister who does not believe in demons. I believe that it's an error. It's an error in thinking. And we are here to separate ourselves, demon in Latin, from thought. We are the dancer. We are the singer. We are the thinker. We own this temple. And when you do occupy something, you need to throw out what once was there. You can throw it out or you can separate yourself from it. I did teach my entire sales force, not my sales force, but the sales force I work for. But I do feel very motherly with them. The oosh. You know, sometimes you're in an interaction and someone's just so negative. Oosh. You gotta oosh it out. Oosh. Use your hands, use your creative power. Sometimes you dance it out. Out. We'll do more dancing it out. Singing, of course. Very hard to get to that place where you're singing. But if you can sing it out, honey, sing it out. The joy of the Lord is our strength. My Lord is of love. My Lord has been here since the beginning of time. It's something magnificent about starting something new. It's so great to see how God gives miracles, you know, just to show the people that God's in it. It's really wonderful. I really look forward to the next chapter on earth. That we're out of the hate and the past of hell. And then we come together into a new place, shedding the old skin, not putting, the new wine in old wine skins, not needing manna anymore. In the desert, God gave us manna. And then we take the promised land. And it's not about religions, whether you're Jewish, whether you're Christian, whether you're an atheist, whether you're a pagan, it doesn't matter. God, or a Mormon, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We are all God's children. And we all deserve the best life. We all deserve the best life. God is not here for the afterlife. Why they have mansions here. And why they get richer. There's nothing you do. You don't parrot more of the past. There's nothing more to do. It was all done on the cross. It is finished. It is finished. Now it is our job. We have one job, to shed all the old laws, all the old religion, all the old dogma. Shed it. Shed the old words from the past. Shed the old words from your ancestors' past. When you see someone walking down the street and you see that critical self-righteous law inside your mind, tell it off. When you wake up in the morning and you feel your back hurting, Tell it off. You have a right to live free from back pain. Yes, maybe you compromised the night before and you said something you didn't need to say, or you didn't say something you wanted to say. Yes, there's an integrity issue to your healing. And yes, you need to address it, but you also have the grace of God. And you have a right to live pain-free. You have a right to walk down that street and love your neighbor. You have rights to walk in joy. You have a right to have a dance in your step. You have a right not to hate your neighbor. You have a right to have superpowers to cut through racism. You have rights, God-given rights. And God does not care about your orgasm. He wants you to have one. He cares about the integrity of your relationship. He does not care who you love, but that you love, of course, with your boundaries and of course with your expression, that you are honored and respected, and you're not sitting there with some piece of paper and you're saying, well, I have to. You don't have to. You are God's child. And the only thing you have to is to take care of your soul, your heart, and to speak your truth. Because in it becomes all the light. In your speaking your truth, even if you're speaking from a victim position and you're saying how terrible everything is, listen to it. Hear the victim position. Then you can separate. Be authentic. Be authentic where you are. Let us start something new, something real, not with mega churches and yachts. I mean, I've done it all. I'm from Los Angeles. It's not all that. The greatest parties were in the alleys with the musicians. The greatest party was after hours talking to my friends. The greatest party is not the yacht. It's the depth of the spirit, bringing that energy, that flow, the collective consciousness of love, not the collective consciousness of I don't have enough. So this is the time. This is the time to get out of the BS from the 80s, the hype that I grew up with. Put your name on the island and you too can own it. You too can be a billionaire. Well, you know what? The K-shaped recovery shows that. And soon there's going to be the rich and soon there's going to be the poor. And you know what? Jesus slept on the rocks. And he had his dance clubs on the desert floor. You didn't see him preaching, hey, let's go to the palace. Let's get some money and a Ponzi scheme. No, you didn't see that. Let us open up our houses again. Bring your friends in. And we can start support. Support in your friends. Let the energy change. Let's bring a spiritual energy back. Let's bring it back. Let's bring the creative geniuses back. NASA did a study. All children at 5 years old, 98% of them from this study, they took like 2,000 kids, and they did it over and over and over. 98% of children still, all of them, 98, were all creative geniuses. By the time they went through the mental illness, the mind control, the religious systems, by the time they hit 18, only 2% were creative geniuses. Let's bring back the child within, the creative genius within. Let us bring back that energy. I love you all. My name is Linda.